The cold silence of deep space surrounded the Earth Alliance listening post Argus 9, floating near Jupiter's farthest moon. Inside the command room, the monitors hummed softly. Commander Ethan Cole leaned back in his chair, staring at endless waves of static on the main screen. Space had been quiet for months. Too quiet. Then something changed. A faint voice broke through the static, delicate, trembling, and strangely musical. The crew froze as the signal pulsed again, stronger this time. It wasn't a known human frequency. The words were broken, but Ethan could hear them clearly between bursts of interference. "They betrayed me. Please, tell the humans I trust them." The voice sounded female, desperate, fading. Lieutenant Rhea Danner, the communications officer, widened her eyes. "Sir, it's coming from beyond the Helix cluster. That's alien space." Ethan stood up slowly. "Run the signature. Cross-match with all known alien frequencies." Rhea worked the console fast. "Not matching anything in our database. Whoever she is, she's alone." The room filled with quiet tension. Humanity had made contact with alien species before, and not all of them friendly. Some were trade partners, others silent observers. But this, an alien princess calling for human help, this was new. Ethan walked to the viewport, watching the distant stars. He had served 20 years in the fleet, seen peace talks crumble, seen ships lost to silence. Still, something about the voice felt different. It wasn't a trap. It was real fear. "Patch it through to command," he ordered. "But prepare a deep space jump route. I want us heading there within the hour." Rhea looked up. "Sir, are you saying we're going after it?" "That's beyond mapped territory." Ethan's jaw tightened. "Yes, she asked for humans. That's enough reason." Hours later, the Argus 9 crew packed their gear aboard the rescue vessel Dauntless. The ship was small but fast, designed for long-range missions. As they powered up, the stars stretched into white lines and hyperspace jump engaged. The journey took 12 hours. When they dropped out of hyperspace, the crew gasped. Before them spun a massive dying red giant, its surface swirling with storms of fire and radiation. At its edge drifted a fractured alien ship, glowing faintly blue, the source of the signal. Ethan activated the scanner. "Life signs?" "Faint," Rhea replied. "1, maybe 2. The ship's power core is collapsing. Bring us closer. Slow approach." The Dauntless crept forward. Alarms blared as radiation levels spiked. The alien ship, marked with elegant curves and glowing lines, looked like a piece of art torn apart by gravity. "Scanning language codes," Rhea said. "Translating?" "The ship's name is Valethra, registered to the House of Varel. Royal designation." Ethan's eyes narrowed. "Royalty. That makes her the alien princess." The ship jolted suddenly. Debris from the dying star pounded its hull. The humans had to act fast. "Prepare drones," Ethan ordered. "I want visual confirmation." 2 drones flew from the Dauntless and weaved through floating wreckage. Their cameras streamed shaky images of glowing corridors, sparks, and drifting objects. Then one drone found her, the alien princess. She was suspended in midair, wrapped in a fading energy field. Her skin shimmered like silver light under the blue glow. Long white hair floated around her face. Her breathing was slow, her eyes closed. In her hand, she held a glowing crystal, pulsing weakly like a dying heartbeat. Rhea whispered, "She's still alive." Ethan clenched his fists. "We can't leave her there. Prepare the magnetic tether. Bring her aboard." The rescue operation was dangerous. The gravitational waves from the collapsing star tore at the human ship. The Dauntless shuddered violently, metal groaning like a living creature. "Hold steady," Ethan shouted. "Lock onto her coordinates." A glowing tether shot out from the ship's bay, connecting with the princess's energy field. The crew pulled her slowly toward the docking chamber. The moment she crossed the barrier, the field around her flickered and vanished. The princess collapsed onto the deck, unconscious. "Get her to medical," Ethan barked. They rushed her to the med bay. Machines hissed and beeped as the medical officer scanned her. Her biology's unlike anything we've seen. Multiple energy channels running through her bloodstream. That crystal she's holding, it's bonded to her heart rhythm. "What happens if it stops glowing?" Ethan asked. The medic frowned. "Then she dies, and if I'm reading this right, her life force is connected to a power grid hundreds of light years away. If she dies, something catastrophic happens." Ethan's stomach dropped. "Meaning?" meaning her planet loses power, possibly collapses. The realization hit the crew hard. Saving her wasn't just saving one life. It could save an entire world. Hours passed as the Dauntless drifted in orbit around the dying star. The engineers worked non-stop trying to stabilize the engines. The energy readings grew worse each hour. If the star went supernova, both ships would be vaporized. Rhea approached Ethan. "Sir, the reactor's running hot. We can't stay much longer." Ethan rubbed his forehead. "We have no choice. If we jump now, the gravitational waves could tear us apart. We need a stable window." Suddenly, the medbay alarm went off. Ethan ran there instantly. The alien princess had opened her eyes. Her gaze met his, bright silver, full of confusion and fear. She spoke softly, her words rough but understandable thanks to the translator chip. "Humans came?" Ethan nodded. "We received your distress signal. You're safe now." Her voice trembled. "Safe, not yet. My ship broken, the Starheart dying. The crystal?" he asked. She touched it weakly. "It connects my life to my home. My people betrayed me. They wanted control. I escaped. But the core was damaged. If it dies, my world falls into darkness." Rhea whispered from the door. "She's talking about a planetary energy link. That's incredible." The princess closed her eyes again, breathing hard. "I am Serenia, daughter of Queen Eliara of Varel. You should not have come. You'll die here." Ethan smiled faintly. "We've faced worse odds. Humanity doesn't abandon someone who asks for help." For the first time, a faint smile touched her lips. Humans. Strange beings. Then she slipped back into unconsciousness. The Dauntless crew now faced two ticking clocks. The dying star outside, and the failing energy core inside Serenia's body. Chief Engineer Marcus Heller ran diagnostics. "We could use the ship's reactor to recharge her crystal, but that'll drain all our power. We'll lose life support within minutes." Ethan stared at the glowing crystal through the medbay window. "If we don't, she dies. And her planet collapses." Marcus hesitated. "Sir, it's suicide." Ethan turned to him. "Then we die doing something right." The crew looked at each other. Nobody argued. They had seen humanity's dark side. Wars, greed, destruction. But in that moment, they remembered why they joined the fleet, to make a difference. "Prep the power transfer," Ethan said. As the transfer began, the ship's lights dimmed. Power flowed from the main reactor into the crystal. The glow inside Serenia's hand grew brighter, pulsing faster with her heartbeat. But the Dauntless began to shake. Systems failed one by one. Navigation, communications, artificial gravity. "Ethan, we're losing control." Rhea shouted, "Hold it together," he yelled back. Sparks flew from the ceiling as the main console overloaded. Ethan stumbled, clutching the side rail. The air turned thin. The sound of alarms mixed with the deep hum of the reactor struggling to keep balance. Then the crystal flashed pure white. The tremors stopped. Serenia's heartbeat stabilized, but the Dauntless went dark. When Ethan woke up minutes later, the emergency lights flickered weakly. His crew was alive, but the ship floated powerless. The reactor had burned out completely. He checked the medbay. Serenia was breathing normally, her skin glowing faintly again. Rhea joined him quietly. "She's stable. But we're dead in the water, sir. Engines offline. No way home." Ethan exhaled slowly. "Then we wait for command to find us. They'll notice the power surge we sent out." Rhea frowned. "What if they don't?" Ethan looked through the viewport. The dying red giant filled the sky like a blazing wound in space. "Then at least we'll be remembered for saving someone who believed in us." Days passed. The crew rationed oxygen, recycled water, and shared quiet moments staring at the stars. The void felt endless. Yet there was peace in their silence, the kind that comes when people know they did the right thing. Serenia woke again, weaker but lucid. Ethan sat beside her, helping her sit up. "Why? Help me," she asked softly. "Your people gain nothing," Ethan smiled gently. "Maybe that's what makes us human." She looked at him long, her silver eyes shimmering. "You risked everything for someone not of your kind. Where I come from, power decides worth. Here, compassion decides courage." Ethan said nothing. He didn't need to. She glanced down at the glowing crystal. "You saved my life, but it's not over. The connection to my planet is broken. They will think I am dead, and their energy will soon fail." Ethan frowned. "Then we'll fix it somehow." She shook her head. You can't. The signal bridge was destroyed. My people will panic, and the warlords will rise. Ethan stood, pacing the floor. Then we'll find another way to send the energy. We've got scientists, engineers, and maybe even miracles. Serenya's lips curved faintly. You speak like a fool, he grinned. That's why humans survive. That night, Ethan recorded a final log entry. The ship's power was nearly gone, the oxygen filters fading. Commander's log, day 7. The alien princess is alive. The Dauntless is stranded. The crew is tired, but no one's given up. The Dauntless drifted through the dark emptiness of space, silent but still alive. Its lights glowed dimly, powered by the alien princess's mysterious energy. The crew had survived the worst, yet danger was far from over. Commander Ethan Cole stood near the observation window. Endless stars shimmered outside like cold lanterns. He had seen 100 missions, but this one felt different. Saving the alien princess wasn't just another duty. It felt like fate had placed humanity on trial before the galaxy. Behind him, Rhea Danner checked the control board. Sir, the power levels are stable now, but navigation's still down. We can't move more than a few thousand kilometers. Ethan turned. What about communication range? Still jammed by the nebula field around the dead star. Maybe if we push a beacon signal, it might reach Earth in a few days. Ethan nodded. Do it. Let command know we're alive. In the med bay, the alien Princess Serenia was awake again. Her silver eyes followed the human doctor as he adjusted her IV lines. The glow from the crystal she held, the star heart, was softer now but steady. When Ethan entered, she smiled faintly. You keep checking on me, Commander. You still think I might explode? Ethan chuckled. Not explode, but you do have a habit of nearly dying at inconvenient times. Serenia's laughter was quiet and graceful. Humor. Humans use it even when the universe collapses. That's how we survive, he replied. Her expression grew serious. I felt the energy return to my world for a short time before darkness swallowed it again. They know I live. But that may bring danger to you, Ethan frowned. What kind of danger? My people will come, she whispered. Some to rescue me, others to finish what they started. Hours later, Rhea burst into the command deck. Sir, long-range scanners picking up 2 ships approaching fast. Alien signatures, same energy type as hers. Ethan's heartbeat quickened. How far? 3 million kilometers and closing fast. Defensive shields? Barely functional. He stared at the readings. If they're hostile, we don't stand a chance. Serenia entered the deck slowly, supported by a medical assistant. Commander, she said softly, you must not fight them. They will destroy you to reclaim the Starheart. But if you let me speak to them, I might stop the war. Ethan studied her face. She looked fragile, but her voice carried the calm strength of a leader. You sure about this? I was born into danger, she answered. I can face it again. Minutes later, the 2 alien ships came into view, sleek, silver, and glowing like living metal. They surrounded the Dauntless like predators circling prey. A voice echoed through the comms, cold and commanding. This is Admiral Kor of the Varel Imperium. Hand over the traitor Serenia and the stolen Starheart. Humanity has no authority here. The crew looked to Ethan. He pressed the transmitter. This is Commander Ethan Cole of the Earth Alliance. We rescued your princess. She's alive because of us. We're not handing her to anyone who calls her a traitor. The alien admiral's reply was sharp. You defy the Varel Imperium? Foolish humans. You interfere with royal matters you cannot understand. Serenia stepped forward, voice strong despite her weakness. Kor! By my right as daughter of Queen Elyara, I command you to stand down. There was silence for a long moment. Then Kor's voice returned, cold as ice. Your mother is dead, Serenia. The council declared you a traitor for destroying the core and fleeing. Return and you will face judgment. Ethan clenched his fists. You can't just... Serenia touched his arm gently. It's true, she said quietly. My mother is gone. They've taken power, but if I return, they'll kill me, and take the Starheart to control my people forever. Rhea whispered. So what do we do now? Ethan looked at the alien ships closing in. We buy time. The Dauntless powered its engines to full thrust, the last of its stored energy. The ship dove into the thick debris field around the collapsed star. Rocks, ice, and broken fragments of metal spun everywhere. The human crew fought to maintain balance as alarms wailed. Radiation rising, Marcus shouted from engineering. Keep us low, Ethan barked. If we can hide in the storm, they can't track us. The alien ships fired beams of blue light cutting through the debris. Each blast sent shockwaves across the hull. The crew held their breath. One hit could vaporize them. Serenia gripped the console. "Commander, the Starheart can mask our energy signature for a short time, but it will drain me." Ethan hesitated. "If you do that, you could die." Her eyes shone. "I already almost did." "Let me help now," he nodded. "Do it." A soft wave of light spread from the Starheart, wrapping the Dauntless in shimmering silver mist. The alien sensors went blind instantly. Their ship stopped firing, confused. The human vessel vanished from their scanners like a ghost fading into darkness. Inside, Serenia collapsed, breathing hard. Ethan caught her before she hit the floor. The glow of the Starheart dimmed almost completely. "Stay with me," he said softly. "We're not done yet," she smiled weakly. "Humans, always fighting against the impossible. And somehow we win," he replied. Hours passed as the Dauntless floated silently through the nebula. The crew worked to repair systems, but oxygen was running low again. The alien fleet searched nearby, but the Starheart's cloak kept them hidden. Ethan gathered the crew in the main deck. "We can't stay here forever." "Suggestions?" Marcus said. "If we could copy her Starheart's energy into our quantum drive, we might create a jump burst, enough to reach human space." Rhea frowned. "That's risky. If it fails, the Starheart could shatter." Ethan looked at Serenia resting nearby. "Would it work?" She thought for a long moment. "The Starheart connects to emotion, not machines. To duplicate it, someone must link their life energy, their memories, their pain, their hope. That bond gives it shape." Ethan nodded slowly. "Then we need someone stubborn enough to believe it can work." Rhea sighed. "So basically, you." The engineers began the setup. Cables ran from the Starheart to the main reactor. A field generator was installed to channel the energy. Ethan sat in the center seat, a neural link attached to his temple. "Once it starts," Marcus warned, "you can't disconnect. He'll share energy directly with the Starheart." "Understood," Ethan said. Serenia moved closer. "You're risking your life for my people." "Why?" He met her gaze. "Because humanity's strength isn't in our weapons. It's in what we choose to protect." She smiled sadly. "Then let us protect together." She placed her hand over his. The Starheart flared to life. The ship filled with radiant light. Ethan felt waves of warmth and pain surge through his body. Memories flashed. His childhood, his family, the faces of his crew. He felt his heart connect with Serenia's. Her memories blending into his mind. A palace made of light. Her mother's smile, the betrayal, the escape. The loneliness. Their worlds collided in a storm of emotion and energy. Marcus shouted, "Power surge! Reactors overloading! Hold it!" Ethan gasped. "We're almost there." The ship shook violently. Lightning-like arcs filled the control deck. Rhea grabbed the console, yelling, "Energy duplication complete. Quantum drive is charging." Serenia screamed softly as the light around her grew blinding. The Starheart split into two. One crystal remained in her hand, glowing blue, and another formed inside the reactor, golden and alive, then silence. When the light faded, Ethan lay on the deck, breathing heavily. Serenia knelt beside him, tears in her eyes. "You're alive," he managed a weak smile. "Told you. Humans don't die easy." Marcus checked the readings. "Sir, it worked. We have enough power to jump, and we can transmit energy to her world remotely." Rhea grinned. "That means her planet can survive without sending her back to die." Serenia covered her mouth, overwhelmed. You saved them." "All of them." Ethan stood, still weak but smiling. "Then let's finish this." They aligned the ship's new Starheart core toward the distant coordinates of Varel. The duplicated crystal pulsed, sending a beam of golden light across space. It traveled faster than any known signal, spreading warmth and power through the void. On Varel, the royal grid reignited. Lights returned across oceans, cities, and mountains. The people looked up at the sky, whispering prayers. From the palace balcony, the council watched in shock as the energy readings stabilized. One elder whispered, "The Starheart lives. The princess lives." Back on the Dauntless, the celebration was short-lived. Rhea's console beeped urgently. "Incoming message." "It's the alien fleet again," Ethan sighed. "Of course it is." "Open channel." Admiral Kor's face appeared on the screen, his tone cold but restrained. "We witnessed the energy surge. You stabilized the grid, without surrendering the Starheart. How? Ethan replied calmly. Humans found a way. We created a copy. No one has to die. Kor narrowed his eyes. You tampered with divine energy. That is forbidden. Serenia stepped forward, her voice steady. Then I, Serenia Varel, changed the law. As rightful heir, I declare humanity allies of the Varel Empire. Their courage saved us when our own people would not. Kor hesitated. For a long moment no one spoke. Then he bowed his head slightly. As you command, Princess. The screen went dark. The crew erupted in quiet relief. Marcus wiped sweat from his brow. We're alive again, Rhea smiled. And we just made first contact with royal diplomacy. Not bad for a stranded ship. Ethan leaned back in his chair, exhausted but proud. Set course for home. Days later, as they neared Earth space, Serenia stood by the viewport gazing at the blue-green planet below. Your world is beautiful,